Hey everyone, welcome. I have compiled a list of the most asked questions of me since my neighbors and friends found out that we were moving to Margaritaville in Watersound, Florida, Panama City Beach. And I get asked these questions all the time, and I thought, golly, it would have helped if I'd known the answer to these. Well, now you're going to know the answers, at least from my perspective, what has been my experience in all of this build process, which started when we first went in September. So the first question is, and kind of the most asked question is how much money does it cost to build a home in Margaritaville? Well, it depends on which floor plan you get, and there is a huge variety of price points. And the homes are mixed up. You can have some smaller cottages. Those are 4 homes that are attached. They have beautiful front porches. You can screen them in. They have 2-car garages, and they start at around 1,200 square feet, and they go to about 1,450 square feet. And they feel bigger because they have 9-foot ceilings minimum, and then they all have some soaring vaulted ceilings. So that really gives a spacious feel when you're in the home. And those start around $307,000. That's for the build that does not include the lot. So lots can go, I saw lots for single families, homes anywhere from 42 or 3,000 up to 80,000. I'm not sure what the lot prices are for cottages. I'd have to call Lane Wiseman, my rep there, and ask her. So they start at that. Then you've got villas, which are larger, and they are 2 homes attached. And villas are anywhere from 1,550 square feet up to about 1,780 square feet. And those homes without the lots start at $348,000. And these were the prices that we found when we were looking in September. They might have gone up since then. That was September of 2024. Those prices go up to about $368,000, and then you put the lot on top of that. And this is for all of the basic amenities that come with the home. So as you go through the models and you see on the model tour what the basic amenities are, you can find them on the website. And they also have lists of them posted around. So each of these homes might have some upgrades to them as you go through the models, and then you can put those upgrades into whichever model you want, pretty much. Then there are single family homes, which is what we're going to be buying, and those are around, starting at about 1,685 square feet, and they go to about 2,400 square feet. They have 2-car garages. Those lots start at around $425,000, and they go up to about $468,000 plus the lot. Our lot was about $72,000 or $3,000. We have a preserve lot, so that means back behind our house there is grass, and then it kind of drops off. There's more space, and then it's totally natural preserve that is pristine. It's beautiful to look at. So we're not near a pond or a pool. We are near land and nature. The last, not the last, but the last house that is a single story house are called the Island Collections. There's 4 different floor plans for those. They range anywhere from about 2,340 square feet to 2,568 square feet. The houses start at 502,000. They go up to 520,000 plus the lot. They have 3-car garages, so I imagine those lots are more expensive. They've got to be bigger. Then there is the Vista Collection, which are, I think they started around 1.1 million, and they are 2 floors. I saw some being built. There's some being built near the town square, but there were none for touring, so I haven't been in one. So you can even buy a resale right now in the high 3s. These are really lovely homes. Or you could spend, $1.5 million, and that's before you even start adding your upgrades. Those all have a beautiful pond view, and they have balconies all on the 2nd floor looking out over the water, and they have beautiful lanais on the 1st floor. So that's about what it costs to live in Margaritaville. Okay, second question. I've already answered this. What types of homes are available? Remember, they're called cottages. That's 4 attached. Villas are 2 attached. Beach Collection are the 2-car garaged single family homes. Island Collection are the 3-car garage single family homes not attached. And then the Vista Collections are the big ones. Okay, when you decide to buy a home, how do you know who your builder is and how do you communicate with him or her? Great question. Margaritaville will assign you a builder, and your builder will have a vast amount of experience with several different floor plans and focus on those several different floor plans. And so that builder will then start communicating with you. You'll meet them over, I believe we met over the phone, and then our builder started emailing us and kept in touch with us every single week as the house was being built. He would email us and he'd say, we're pouring the concrete next week, and it's going to take this many trucks, and this is when it's going to happen, and the weather's like this, and here's some pictures of the lot, and here's how it's all staked out. And call me, here's my cell phone number. Call me if you have any questions. Text me any time of day. Love to talk to you if you have any questions, and I can send you more pictures if you need them. Unbelievable. Total wonderful response from the builder. And the builder was experienced. He was so knowledgeable, and so we got to talk to him consistently. Question number 4, how do you get to pick out your upgrades? Another great question. Well, you know you're building a home, and it's sort of a custom home. But it's not 100% custom, of course, because you're choosing from a floor plan. You do get to pick your lot. You do have basic amenities in the home, but then there are 2 different times that you pick out upgrades. First upgrades that you pick out are called your A's, and we picked out our A's, as in A, alphabet A. These are upgrades that have to do with the basic construction of the home and things that are run in the walls or run under the concrete. So for example, you'll pick out what extra electrical outlets you want, what extra recessed lighting you want, and all of these have costs associated with them, and your Mentos sales rep will be going over all of this with you. You can do it in person, but we did our upgrades. We had visited enough and seen enough there and had enough of the documents that they hand out like this. We had enough of this information that we could make our updates over the phone. We picked out high impact glass. You have the option to do that. We picked out a screened-in lanai. So you determine, for example, do you want concrete for your driveway and your sidewalk, or do you want pavers? Do you want concrete for your lanai or pavers? Do you want an extended patio outside of the lanai or the covered patio in the back? Let me see what else is on your A's. The door height, everything that they need to know before they start putting up your walls and running the conduits under the ground for your electrical and your plumbing. The door height, do you want to have an attic, a pull-down attic put in your garage? Do you want to have extra pocket doors put throughout your home? So all of these have to be decided up front and first. And here's the thing. Once you make these decisions and you sign off on them, you cannot change them until after closing. There are a lot of these upgrades that people do themselves after closing because it's generally less expensive. They put in their own screen lanais. Now, then a month or 2 after that, I think within a month or month and a half, you pick out your B list of upgrades. B's are the items that you see, find, and look at in the design center. And those have, for example, and I'll put up some pictures here so you can see what these are, for example, the cabinetry that you're going to have throughout your house. There's a wide variety of cabinetry. Do you want taller cabinets, shorter cabinets? What color of cabinets do you want? Do you want them wood or not wood, less expensive but still beautiful? What kind of flooring do you want? What kind of paint color? And do you want an upgrade in the quality of the paint? Do you want closet organizers put in? What kind of tile do you want in your bathrooms? Tile in your showers? What kind of appliance package do you want? What kind of hardware and fixtures do you want? Do you want extra millwork in your house? There's a lot of beautiful extra millwork and finishes. So that's how you do your upgrades. Your bees have to be chosen before the slab is poured. So we went down in person for sure to choose our bees and spent a lot of time at Thanksgiving. We went the week of Thanksgiving and spending a lot of time in the design center, which is attached there in the sales center, looking through all of the different kinds of upgrades that we could have. And then we had a fabulous design center salesperson or helpful person named Tracy, whose parents actually are moving there. So that tells you how much she loves the community. And so we would add this and add this and add this, and then would say, ooh, gosh, we're getting over budget. Where can we save a little bit, Tracy? Tracy would say, well, you could have this flooring instead of this flooring, or you could pull back on the closet organizers and do those yourself after closing. Though they would be half as expensive. So we were able to knock, probably $25,000 off of our total upgrade package with things that we could do after closing for half that amount, because we just didn't want to have the builder do it. We wanted to wait and do it for less money after closing. Mentos can also, as an upgrade, add a pool in the back, which is about an extra $100,000. They're gorgeous. But you can do your own, and I think there are some people who are doing their pools for maybe $80,000, $85,000. So it depends on if you want a pool, if you want it when you move in, or if you want to add it after you move in. You can certainly do that. Okay, so a little bit less about the home and more about the neighborhood. When is the pet spa and the meeting area going to be finished? So the work and play center should be finished this summer of 2025, and it includes the hangar workshop, which is a place where you can get your golf carts serviced so you don't have to take them off the property. Margaritaville Pet Spa. There's a huge multi-purpose room where you can have arts and crafts and cards. There's meeting rooms. And then there's the Last Mango Theater, which is a big banquet hall with a stage for performances and dancing. So there is the outdoor amphitheater that kind of like we talked about, that's the center of town square where you hear live music. Next question. How often is there live music and is there dancing? So there's live music pretty often in the Grill and Chill restaurant. I think maybe almost every day for several hours. There'll be someone singing at the mic, but the big concerts or the big live music is on Friday night and on Saturday night at the amphitheater, and there is an absolutely humongous dance floor, and let me tell you, people fill it up. They love the music and they love to go dancing. All right, good questions. Next question. Can you take coolers to the live music concerts? No, you cannot. You take your own chairs, and so there's not a rush on the chair space the evening of a concert. They'll open up the concert venue area at like 3 o'clock, that you can come in, you can drive over, bring your chairs, set up wherever you want. And because there's no coolers, you can get a lot more people there to watch the concert, because if there's coolers, you're so spread out, there wouldn't be enough room for everybody, especially once the community's built out, to see the concert. So you can take great big jugs of whatever it is you want to drink and a purse or a satchel or whatever, but no coolers. At least the time that we were there for live music, there were food trucks that had delicious food. Everything is so reasonably priced there, and all kinds of mixed drinks and beer and wine. So there's plenty of libation and plenty of food. All right, here's the last question. I'm 35 years old, but I'm really old at heart. Can I come live in Margaritaville? No. You might be old at heart, but you're not old enough. We're 55 and up, and we are young at heart. So we can meet at the At Heart place, but you cannot come live there unless you have a partner you're buying a home with who is at least 55. I will tell you, I'm 70 this year, and I think I'm one of the older ones. There are a lot of people there who look like kids to me, and to me, anybody 55 is a kid. And it looked to me like there were some, I know there's some people younger than 55 because I've met their 55-year-old spouses and then they're like 50. So, but 35, no, unless you've got a spouse or a partner you're buying a house with that is 55 and up. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope that answers some questions. So the those are the questions that I most often get asked. And please like and subscribe to my channel. It's called My Third Act. I might rename it My Third Act in Margaritaville because that's what I'll be focusing on. We close June 30th. Please make a comment about something that you would like for me to go over. I'm not down there right now, but I can find out any questions that you might need answers to. All right, y'all make it a great day. Bye.